My name is Robert Hale. I am 76 years old, and Father's Day was supposed to be a quiet afternoon with my family. Instead, it became the day my children erased me from their lives. It was a warm Sunday in June when I arrived at my son Andrew's house. I wore my navy blazer, the one my late wife Margaret used to say made me look distinguished. I had shaved carefully, polished my shoes, and brought envelopes with money for my grandchildren, something I always did, even though my pension was modest. The moment I stepped inside, I felt it. That invisible tension. That silence that speaks louder than words. "Dad," Andrew said flatly, barely looking up from his phone. My daughter-in-law, Melissa, offered a tight smile. "You're early." I sat down on the couch, hands folded, trying not to feel like an inconvenience. "Before we eat," Andrew said suddenly, "we have something for you." He handed me a card, dark blue. "Elegant." "Read it out loud," Melissa added. The kids helped. My grandchildren stared at me, wide-eyed. I smiled. My heart softened. I opened the card. "Roses are red, violets are blue." I paused. The next line made my breath disappear. "You are a burden. We're tired of carrying you." My hands began to shake. "You're old, you're slow, you don't belong here anymore. It's time for you to let go." I stopped reading. The room was silent. Then Andrew laughed. "Come on, Dad," he said. "Finish it." Melissa chuckled. The kids laughed too, because the adults were laughing. "It's a joke," Andrew said. "You always take things so seriously." I felt something break inside my chest. "For years," Melissa added casually, "we've been doing everything for you. Helping you, supporting you. Supporting me. The man who paid for Andrew's college, the man who gave them $30,000 for their house down payment, the man who covered their bills when Andrew lost his job." "I thought today was about family," I whispered. Andrew shrugged. "It is. We're just being honest." That night, I went home alone. I sat in the recliner Margaret and I used to share, holding that card, staring at the words, "You don't belong here anymore." And for the first time I stopped asking why they treated me this way. I already knew the answer. They thought I had nothing left. What they didn't know was that I had never told them the truth. After Margaret died, I sold a commercial property my father left me. I invested wisely, quietly, conservatively. I had $520,000 in assets. They thought I lived off Social Security. That night, I made 3 decisions. I canceled every automatic payment I had been sending them. I changed my will, and I booked a one-way ticket to Sedona, Arizona, where I had already purchased a small home years earlier, just in case. The next morning, I visited my lawyer. "Are you sure?" he asked gently. "I've never been more certain," I said. Before I left town, I wrote one letter. "Andrew, you laughed when I read that card, so let me be clear. The support ends today. The money ends today. I am not your burden. I was your backbone. You'll understand that someday, when it's too late." I left the letter on their kitchen table. I didn't block them. I simply stopped answering. 3 weeks later, Andrew called. Then he texted. Then Melissa called. I didn't respond. I was busy hiking red rocks at sunrise, drinking coffee on my porch, and finally living without humiliation. For decades, I believed being needed meant being loved. I was wrong. Being respected, that's love. And at 76 years old, I finally chose myself.